So, LCM, make sure that we put that in your notes, least common multiple. When we talked about factors, what are factors? Like for GCF, right? When we do a factor tree, what are factors? We might have written that word for word in your notes if you turn back a few pages. Go ahead.
Two numbers that go in a number.
Yeah, they go into a number. Does anybody have anything to add? Go ahead.
A prime number that has only two factors.
Okay. Anyone else? Reese?
Oh, I don't know.
So factors, they go in to numbers. And so they are small, right? They're smaller than the number, right? So like the factors of 12 are all smaller than 12. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The factors of 100 are all smaller than 100. They're all smaller than that. Today, we're going to be working with multiples. And multiples mean multiply. So these are going to be big numbers. So sometimes kids get confused with the GCF and the LCM because they're both 3 letters, and we do solve them similarly. But in your head, when you're working through these problems, if you say, am I trying to get a factor? That's small numbers. Or am I trying to get a multiple? Those are bigger numbers. That's going to help you to not get them confused. Does that make sense? Kind of? Okay, well, we're going to work through it, and hopefully it will stick. So multiples, so for this one, I used 12. So the numbers are all smaller than 12, right? So 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. These numbers we multiply. So they get really big. So if we use 12 again, the first time we do the multiple, I like to make a table. It's helpful to me. We actually are multiplying. So 12 times 1 is 12. My very first multiple is 12. And then my next one is going to start getting bigger than the number I started with. So factors all get smaller, but multiples get bigger. So for 2, I have to do 12 times 2. 24 is my second multiple. And so then I do 12 times 3, which is 36. So that's my third multiple. The fourth multiple is 12 times 4. The fifth multiple. Fifth multiple? 60. The sixth multiple. 72. The seventh. Focus, I know, they're just walking by though. 84, thank you. And the last one that we're going to work with today, what is 12 times 8? 96. So multiples get bigger. Are we all taking good notes? Multiples get bigger. Okay, so today, example 1. I know, it's distracting, but we're going to refocus. Example 1. We're going to find the LCM of 4 and 6. 4 and 6. Okay? And I like the table, so I'm going to use the table. It ensures that I don't make any mistakes. So I suggest that you use a table at least today. Okay. So I'm going to go all the way to 10 and hope that we can find at least one multiple. So now I have to think about the math. 4 times 1 is 4. That's my first multiple. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3, 4 times 4, 4 times 5. These ones are easier because they're a little bit more familiar. So I've got up to 40 for 4. And then I'm going to need to go back and do it for 6.
Do we look for like the common one that they both have in this?
Once we've got them. So for 6, 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4, 6 times 5, and you just keep going. 42. So I go up to 60 for 6. So now I can look for all of the common multiples that they share, and 4 and 6 have a lot. So I see that they both share 36 and 24 and 12. I think that's all of them that I see at least. So which one is the LCM?
Is it 12?
Yes, it's the smallest of them all. So the LCM is 12. Yes.
But do you have to circle all the ones before if
No.
you see one before?
No. I just want for your notes for you to remember that the smallest one is the one you want.
Oh, good for small.
So once you have the first one, you don't have to keep circling, you don't have to keep looking. Yes.
Say there are like numbers like not like 4 and 6, like I remember like 102 and 78. Then it would take, I feel like, a really long time to find every single multiple.
So we're going to work on small numbers today and big numbers tomorrow because there's a trick for that to help.
Okay.
Okay? So this time we're going to do one more together, but I'm going to do it quietly because I want you to try to figure it out on your own. Okay? So this time we're going to find the LCM.
So it's like a U-try?
It is like a U-try, but I want it in your notes. So normally I like to use whiteboards for U-tries, but I really want you to have one more example. So we're going to do 7 and 10 for this one. 7 and 10.
Are the numbers going to be like that? Like 7?
Absolutely.
Are they gonna be like numbers like 12 or something like that we're not like?
They might go up to 12, but you know that you've got a lot of 12s now in your notes to help you for homework tonight. And then the big ones like 125, we're going to work on those tomorrow with a different way, okay? So for this one, you guys should be starting. And again, I'm going to do it quietly so that if you get stuck, you can look up.
And they just go to 10 still?
Yeah, I think we should be able to figure it out in 10 and under for today, for homework today.
Wait, but if it say like there was a number like
I also think that there is a times tables in the back of your book. So if, you know, remembering all of these is tricky, you do have some resources in the back.
What do you do when you're done?
Look in the back of your book and tell me what page the times table is on if you finish. Really?
There's one in the back of like the school plan.
Okay. That's helpful. We'll get back to you on that. I'm pretty sure there's a small one in here. There's a resource, but I honestly, I'm going to have to check. Did we get this one? What'd you find? The least common multiple. Mia Dove. It is 70. Okay? How do we feel about this?
I like them.
Great.
We only do lamps.
Go ahead and take out your whiteboards now. And we will try one more.